And I'm Cameron Word.
Yay! Finally, it is the end of the week. It's a Friday. And, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I don't know for what. There's no particular reason.
Just a change of pace.
Yeah.
You were working all week and
totally.
It'll be different on the weekend.
Yeah. I do feel, because of our live show every day, I do feel an extra, joy. By the fact that it's like Friday and that I could really just relax over the weekend.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, very good. Today we have a business dialogue for you. It is the life of a seamstress. I think I can fit it in. Okay, if you say, I think I can fit it in, what does this mean? Especially if someone is asking for your service.
Yes. So this often is used when you're talking about schedules, appointments.
Yeah.
And you're saying, I think I have time to do that for you.
So this is often heard when you call maybe the doctor's office.
Doctor's office or the hair salon.
Hair salon.
Yeah.
Or the car repair shop.
Yes.
Right? Where you need to make an appointment before you go.
Yes.
And then they say, I think we can fit you in.
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning we have room in our schedule.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So, our expressions today are as follows. So we just talked about it, fit something in, but also it turns out. That is another expression.
It turns out means in conclusion, in the sense of I didn't know something and I found out. It turns out.
It turns out.
Yes.
Ta-da.
Or something happened, and this was the conclusion.
Okay. And how about this? This is an interesting expression. To get out of someone's hair? It's a fun expression.
Yes,
to
it
get
is.
out of your hair? Am I in your hair? What's in the hair? Why the
Let
hair?
me check. I watched. I don't think
Yeah.
No, here, to get out of someone's hair means to stop bothering them or stop distracting them.
Oh, interesting.
Let them do what they need to do.
All right. So we'll see how these expressions are used. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue. Hi, Rick. What can I do for you?
I'm going skiing this weekend, and it turns out the zipper on my parka is broken.
I'm pretty busy this week, but I think I can fit it in.
Oh, that is wonderful. I was afraid I would have to buy a new one.
Come back anytime on Friday, and it'll be ready for you.
Thank you. I'll get out of your hair so you can get your work done.
Okay, here we go. We're on page 134, The Life of a Seamstress. I think I can fit it in. So Mila says, hi, Rick. What can I do for you? So Rick is the customer, and Rick says, I'm going skiing this weekend, and it turns out the zipper on my parka is broken. Okay, so Rick plans to go skiing, but he discovers something. Oh no! It turns out that the zipper is broken.
Yes.
All right. It turns out means?
So it turns out means I found out some information, I learned the result, or this is the conclusion. So Rick was getting prepared to go skiing, and he discovered something.
Right.
It turns out, and what he discovered was the zipper on his parka is broken.
Yeah. And parka is actually our vocab.
Yes.
And sometimes it can be a little confusing. Jacket, parka, coat.
Yeah. So parka, I would say, is a type of coat. It has a hood on it, and it often has around the hood fur. So it's very similar to in Korea what we call 롱패딩.
Yeah, with the hood.
With the hood. You know that famous one that has a Canadian bird
Yes.
as the name?
Yes.
Most of those we would probably call a parka.
Yeah. Right. And this is when we go skiing, people are, wear parkas. It's very cold.
Yes.
Right? Gotta have the hood. Gotta get your goggles, the hat.
Yeah, gotta stay warm in the snowy weather.
Okay. All right, and what does Mila say?
I'm pretty busy this week, but I think I can fit it in.
So, like, as we talked about scheduling.
Yes.
Okay, I'm busy. My schedule is busy this week, but I can fit it in. So you're saying I am available?
Yes. So this is saying, well, I'm already doing a lot, but I think I can add one more thing to my to-do list.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel, Cameron, when you say like, yeah, I think I can fit you in, or, and you don't own a business. It's just that you're very busy as a person and like, yeah, I think I can fit you in. It feels very like, oh, you're so busy.
Yeah, I would say if you're a business, it's very common to say this.
Yes, very common.
Like you're maybe a secretary scheduling for the doctor or something.
That's right.
But if you say this to your friends, oh, I think I can fit you in for coffee on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, who are you? Who do you think you are?
Oh, you're so busy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you.
Well, I think, though, amongst friends, good friends, we do kind of joke around.
Yeah, as a joke, you can say it. Yeah.
It's like, I think I can fit you in. Of course, you're just joking.
Yes.
Right? But this is just very common, though, for businesses.
Yes.
Okay. And what does Rick say?
Oh, that is wonderful. I was afraid I would have to buy a new one.
I was afraid is our power pattern. However, it is not talking about fear.
It can be, but here it is not. You're just saying you're a little worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously not the end of the world. Rick could go to another person. He could buy a new parka.
Right.
He could probably do something.
Yes.
But he was like, I was a little worried.
Yeah, I was a little worried. And oftentimes in business emails, I'm afraid we have to cancel the meeting. Right? We use a lot of this afraid.
Yes.
As a pattern.
The afraid is not about being afraid in that case. It's saying, basically a way of saying I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. In this case, it's like, I'm not worried anymore. Or I was worried.
Yes.
Okay. And Mila says, come back anytime on Friday and it'll be ready for you.
Rick says, thank you. I'll get out of your hair so you can get your work done.
Okay, so let's talk about this expression, get out of your hair. It's a funny expression.
Yeah.
It's like, I was in your hair bothering you. And now I'll get out.
Yes. You're basically saying, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
I'll let you do the things you need to do. So, to be in someone's hair means to be distracting them, to be annoying them.
Right. And I think it's used to say, I know you're busy. You must be busy. And I feel I am taking too much of your time.
Yeah.
So let me get out of your hair.
It's a very interesting expression.
It is an interesting expression. I kind of wonder, where it came from.
I don't know. There was an old shampoo commercial, I know.
I got
I gotta wash that man right out of my hair. Yeah. And it's basically this guy is annoying this girl.
Yeah.
So she shampoos him out of her hair.
Right. Get rid of it.
To get rid of him.
Right. It's interesting. I like this expression.
Yes.
But the way you use it is very, very specific. And in that you're basically saying, let me get out of your hair. It's just like, let me leave you now.
Yeah. I know you're busy. I'll leave.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
It's a polite way of saying, I'm so sorry for using up your time.
Right. I'll go now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's listen to that one more time.
Hi, Rick. What can I do for you?
I'm going skiing this weekend, and it turns out the zipper on my parka is broken.
I'm pretty busy this week, but I think I can fit it in.
Oh, that is wonderful. I was afraid I would have to buy a new one.
Come back anytime on Friday, and it'll be ready for you.
Thank you. I'll get out of your hair so you can get your work done.
Okay, it's time for Power Note. We're on pages 136 and 37. So our first expression is, it turns out, which means that it is a result of something, and sometimes you did not expect it. Usually that is the case. I didn't expect it, But in the end, it turned out this way.
Yes.
Okay, why wasn't Kelly surprised?
It turns out that she already knew about the surprise party.
That's why she wasn't surprised.
Yes.
She already knew.
She already knew.
It turns out the test was easier than I expected.
Maybe you studied really hard. Turns out you didn't need to.
Yeah, but it's always good if you overstudy. Yeah, because then you feel like, oh, it's easier than I expected. But if you don't study, it's a struggle.
Yeah, I've never heard one person say, oh, I studied too much for the Sunung. No one has ever said that, right?
Right.
Even the people I'm sure that got perfect scores, they were glad that they studied as much as they did.
It is true that when you study for a test, it turns out that the more you study, the more you overstudy, the higher your chances of getting a good grade is.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just fact.
It's one of those lessons in life that I think you kind of learn. It turns out that hard work really does help.
Yeah, it really does.
You can try to find the hacks and the shortcuts.
It won't.
But in the end, it turns out that just a lot of effort over a long time is probably going to get you the best result.
That's right. And this is what I have discussions almost every day with my son.
Yeah.
He's got talent. He's got artistic talent, but it's that hard work that you got to put in.
Yeah. Even if you have natural talent.
It doesn't matter.
You gotta put in the effort at some point.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so great expression. It turns out, and also too, it is really that element of surprise. It is not just the result, but it is like, I thought, she was or he was a really mean and cold person, but it turns out that they've got a really soft heart.
Yeah. So there is a flip.
A flip.
In your expectations versus reality, or even just a mystery. I didn't know. Now I know.
Yes.
It turns out this was the answer.
That's it. Okay. Fit something in. So I can fit you in means that you can make time for someone because even though your schedule is so busy. Okay. Can you fit me in for an appointment on Monday?
My schedule is really full. Is it that important?
Okay. I'll try to fit a workout in before dinner. Okay, so not just someone, but it could be something.
Yeah.
To fit in a workout before dinner.
Maybe you already have an appointment or something scheduled, and you only have an hour. Maybe I can fit in a workout.
Okay, so you're making time for the workout.
Yes.
Okay, so you can fit in a workout. What else can you fit in besides a workout?
You can fit in some family time.
Yeah.
So sometimes, I know if you are a family, it's hard for everyone to be together.
Yes.
But maybe 20 minutes before bedtime,
yeah,
you're just going to make sure that you're all together doing something, putting them to bed.
Right. Fit in some family time.
Fit in some family time.
And maybe a lot of the people these days don't have time to eat together as a family. So you can make sure maybe every Friday or maybe every Sunday, Saturday, you can fit in a family dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you fit someone in, when it comes to scheduling and appointments, it just means that you're making time for them.
Yes. I would say with this expression, it is the feeling you already have a lot and you're trying to add.
To squeeze,
Let's say if you have your entire day free.
Yeah.
You have no plans. And you want to get a haircut.
Yeah.
Fitting in a haircut.
You can't do it.
A 1 hour haircut when you have 16 free hours.
Yes.
This feels a little awkward.
That's it.
But maybe you have tons of things planned.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fit in a little bit of time.
Right.
That is the nuance here.
Right. And another expression that we use too is to squeeze something in. And it's kind of the similar concept. Fitting it in, squeezing it in, right?
You're having to make time. You're having to find the gap and really push it in there.
Yeah, that's right. And Kristen and Cameron are so busy that if anyone wants to see us during the week, we got to fit them in.
Oh, I think you're more busy. I just choose I choose to not do a lot.
All right. Get out of someone's hair. Okay, this means that you're going to stop bothering someone or distracting someone.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that you're annoying. It can be.
It's not like that you're bugging them, right?
Yes, it can be that. But it is kind of the feeling that maybe they have work to do. So I'm just going to leave now. You've already had your meeting.
Yes.
You've already said the things you've needed to say. So now it's like, okay, I'll leave you so you can do the thing you need to do now.
Okay, very good. I'll leave now and get out of your hair so you can focus.
Thanks. This project is really stressful.
Yeah. So in this case here, you can see the other person is really busy. They need to focus. But they're kind of having a little chat with you, right? And you're like, oh, let me get out of your hair.
Yeah.
You do your work. She wanted me to get out of her hair, so I left her alone. Okay. Now this is the third person. She wanted me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe she just made it obvious.
Yeah.
She was like, she was showing that she was a little annoyed.
That's right. So you're just making a statement, but it doesn't mean that she said, can you get out of my hair?
If you said that, you are very upset at the person.
That's right.
It's a very direct, very rude way to say it that I don't think you can even say as a joke.
No, I think maybe siblings, like family, like brother or sister, can you get out of my hair? You could maybe get away with it. But other than that, it would be extremely rude.
Yeah. If even a friend says that to you, it's like, okay, bye. Like, you're really mad at me.
But, however, you can say it to the person. Say, let me get out of your hair.
Yes.
And that's very neutral.
Right, yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
Because you're saying it about yourself.
That's it. Okay, so do keep that in mind. I was afraid, which means I was a little worried. I was afraid you weren't coming back.
But you did, and you saved me.
Yes.
I was afraid the restaurant would be closed today. But they're open.
Yay!
And they still have cheesecake.
Wonderful. Okay. Power vocab is the word parka. Do check out the definition on page 138. And please stop by Audio Ohakdang. And what do you do there?
You go to the website, and for a small monthly fee, you listen to so much great English content.
That's right. It turns out that you can listen to Power English like 1,000 times.
You can. All you need is time.
Yes, that's right. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.